What did I say? What did I freaking say? What did I say? I told you guys, I was worried that we were going to get spanked. Well, we didn't get spanked. We had a chance to win the game. I don't want to talk about it, but I was right. I hate it when I'm right sometimes. I really do. Just not great at all. Yeah. That Thursday night game. Let's just get to the intro.
Let's get the party started! Hit it!
There's something kinda creepy happening tonight. So call your favorite ghoulies and get your costume right.
They may look freaky, but I promise they won't bite.
And they say the place is haunted, but the dancing's a delight.
It may look scary, but don't be afraid, 'cause nothing's what it seems at a monster party. It may look spooky, but don't have a fright, 'cause at this monster party we will rock all night. 'Cause nothing's what it seems at a monster party. 'Cause at this monster party we will rock all night. Yeah, at this monster party we will rock all night.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's Railroad Racer 49 2005 here once again. And welcome back to NFL Weekly Predictions as my Seahawks once again suck again. Yep, another week. 3 straight losses. I am not feeling great right now, but hey, it could be worse. Anyways, it is week 7, ladies and gentlemen. However, although my Seahawks didn't do great, I actually did pretty well in predictions. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I went 13-1. Wow. Unbelievable. I believe that brings my prediction record overall now to 3-3, which we're kind of on the comeback. Let's hope we can keep it that way. Let's hope and pray that we keep it that way. But anyways, yes, that is pretty much how it looks right now. 13-1 last week. Great record. Let's hope we can keep it up. And yeah, sorry I'm recording this pretty late, but we just had dinner. We just went out to eat at dinner, so I had to get this recorded right now because I have to get this out before the Thursday night game tomorrow. By the time I'm recording this, it's Wednesday night. So, yeah, I usually record these at Wednesday evening after CT. So, yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for that. As for some highlights for the week, yeah, Seahawks didn't play well. The London game, Bears absolutely dominated. I thought that game was going to be a lot closer, but it turns out the Bears aren't that bad. They actually really crushed Jacksonville. I probably should have thought about that. I guess Jacksonville wasn't turning things around. They are still terrible. They are still a terrible, terrible team. But yeah. Also, hey, Dallas. Hey, Dallas. How about them Cowboys? 47-9 loss. You only scored 9 points. You only scored 9. Yeah. Dallas. That is absolute payback from last time you played the Lions. A game the Lions should have won last season. How does it feel? How does it feel? Yes. Oh, that feels good. Anyways, Sunday Night Football happened, and, yeah, it was, pretty, what's the way of saying it? Yeah, that Bengals-Giants game was quite a snooze fest. It was like 7-0 for like most of the first half. And then the Bengals got it rolling, and I barely saw any of it. I did see that touchdown that Joe Burrow got. That was a very good run. But the rest of the game, freaking boring. It was not really that good. I didn't catch the Monday night game until like the fourth quarter. And, yeah, a lot of flags, a lot of laundry. Bills ended up winning. Jets had a chance, but both field goals, 2 field goals in a row. They kick it, it hits the upright. Only the New York Jets could pull that off. The New York Jets, ladies and gentlemen. Which also, yeah, I heard that Davante Adams also went to the Jets, so Davante and Aaron are together again. So we'll see if that helps some, but I doubt it will. Yeah. So, oh yeah, also Amari Cooper went to the Bills. I heard about that, so that's an interesting, pickup. And Nick Chubb is back for the Browns. Very interesting. But anyways, I think I've rambled on long enough. Let's get into the predictions themselves. Let's get into my Week 7 NFL predictions. Let's go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, kicking us off, we have Thursday Night Football on Prime Video. We have the Denver Broncos going in to face the New Orleans Saints. The Broncos coming off a loss against the Chargers, and the Saints got slapped by the Bucs. It was close in the beginning, but man, Tampa Bay just ran them over in the second half. Anyways, this is going to be a big game for Sean Payton, because he used to be the head coach for the Saints. So this is a revenge game for Sean Payton. So, do I think that Sean Payton is going to get his revenge on his old team? Or will the Saints be able to pull out a win? This, I feel like, is a game that could go either way. I feel like it's going to be ugly. I feel like it's going to be tough. But in the end, it's going to be the Saints. I'm not so sure on that one, but this is kind of a coin flip, so either one of these teams could win. I'm just going to go with the Saints. We'll just see how that works. Saints will beat the Broncos in New Orleans. Moving on to Sunday, getting up early once again for another London game, and we have the New England Patriots going in to face the Jacksonville Jaguars. And ladies and gentlemen, both teams are 1-5 coming into this game. You know what that means. You know what that means, don't you? Ladies and gentlemen, that means it's time for a Tank Bowl! So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Tank Bowl. So, the Patriots, well, Drake May didn't look too bad. But, yeah, you guys got your butts kicked by the Texans. As for the Jaguars, it's really clear that win against Indy was a fluke. So, yeah, Jaguars is back to reality. But in this ugly tank of a game, who do I think is going to win the Tank Bowl? Because the way we're going to do this, the team that you're going to be seeing on the screen will lose. Because, as Urinating Tree said, the original creator of the Tank Bowl, that the team that loses wins in the Tank Bowl. So, sounds a little confusing, but you'll kind of see what I mean in a little bit. Anyways, which team do I think is going to lose this game and be the winner of this Tank Bowl? And I have made my decision. I think that the New England Patriots are going to win this Tank Bowl, which means I have the Jaguars winning. This game is going to be ugly. This game is going to be close. This game could go either way. Both teams are equally terrible. But in the end, I'm just going to take the Jaguars to win this game in London. But the Patriots will win the Tank Bowl because they lost. So anyways, moving on to the next game. And ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to our first 10 a.m. game of the week. And it is my Seattle Seahawks going in to face the Atlanta Falcons. An NFC matchup and a battle of the birds. So, my Seahawks, we tried, I guess. But ultimately, yeah, San Francisco beat us. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. I freaking knew it was going to happen. As for the Falcons, they beat the Panthers. So, Falcons are looking pretty good right now. And I feel like a lot of people would pick the Falcons to win this game. And, so, this is going to be very hard to say. You probably will not take me seriously after I make this pick. But you know what? This team has done crazier things in the past. Everybody counts them out after a really bad game. And then suddenly, they shock everyone. You could definitely call this my upset of the week. I'm going to say that my Seahawks will not just win this game, but they will be 6-3 by the bye week. We are going to bounce back. I feel like this team can get back where they need to be. I really do think the Seahawks can make a bounce back. I really do. I still believe that they can turn it around. It is very early in the season. I know it's not looked great, but I think that if this team, with the time they're given to prepare for this game, I think they will be better this time. It's going to be tough. It's going to be close, but the Seahawks will find a way to pull out the win and will change their record to 4-3 and get somewhat back on the right track. So with that, Seahawks will bounce back this week and will crawl out of the hole of crap they've been in the last 3 weeks. And as you can tell from the helmet, this helmet has been beaten and battered, and that's pretty much accurate to how the Seahawks season has gone so far. We've been broken, scarred, wounded, but we still stand up, and we are going to get back up and keep fighting. Seahawks will bounce back this week and will beat the Falcons. Moving on to the next game. Moving on, we got an AFC matchup. We got the Tennessee Titans going in to face the Buffalo Bills. The Titans coming off a loss against the Colts, and the Bills beat the Jets just barely on Monday night. So, which team do I think is going to take the win? I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills, though I think this game is going to be closer than people think. The Bills have not been that strong. I mean, they played a very close game against the Jets, and they're not that very good. The Titans aren't that very good either. The Bills, I think they're good. They just have quite a bit of flaws, and I think those flaws are going to hurt them a little bit, but I do think that the Titans is a team that they can overcome and beat. It's going to be close. It's going to be tough. The Titans are going to give them a rough time. It will be tough, but the Bills will pull it out in the end. Bills will win at home against the Titans. Moving on, we got an AFC North matchup. We got the Cleveland Browns going in to face the Cincinnati Bengals. The Browns took another loss. Again, not surprised, to the Eagles. And the Bengals, they put us to sleep on Sunday night by beating the Giants 17-7. Very boring game. But anyways, I'm pretty sure you know how this game is going to end. I feel like the Bengals will still find a way to make this game somewhat close, but in the end, Bengals are the better team. They have the better players. They have the better overall team overall. So, yeah, I'm going to take Cincinnati. It's over for Cleveland. It is over. That team is basically just getting ready for next year's draft, basically. So, yeah, Cleveland, not really much to say about them. Bengals will win this game pretty easily. Probably not. They'll probably make it close somehow, but they'll pull out the win regardless. Bengals will win. Moving on, we've got the Houston Texans going in to face the Green Bay Packers. The Texans absolutely spanked the New England Patriots. And the Packers, they bent over the Cardinals and spanked them. Wasn't as big as the Texans beating on the Patriots, but still 34-13 is pretty big. So ultimately, the Packers do get that win. So which team do I think is going to pull out this win in this matchup between two pretty good teams? I am going to go with the Packers. I feel like this is another game that could go either way, but the Packers do have home field advantage, so that is going to help them a little bit. I do think that the Texans could still win this game, but Packers have home field advantage. I feel like they have the upper hand here, so I'm going to take the Packers to beat the Texans in what should be a close matchup between them and the Texans. Moving on, we got the Miami Dolphins going in to face the Indianapolis Colts, an AFC matchup. The Dolphins are coming off a bye, and the Colts are coming off a win against the Titans. I think I also heard that Anthony Richardson is going to be starting for this game for the Colts, so we'll just see how that goes. Probably not the best decision. He's probably not 100% by now, but we'll just see what happens. What the heck happens with the Colts this Sunday? But who do I think is going to get the win? Okay, I'm just going to say this right now. Colts might be bad, but at least they have an offense unlike the Dolphins. They barely have an offense. They barely have a quarterback right now. Anthony Richardson might not be at 100% if he plays, but they're still better than what the Dolphins have. So ultimately, I'm just going to take the Colts. I mean, the Dolphins could surprise me, but I'm going to take the Colts regardless. So, Colts will beat the Dolphins. All right, next up we have what I would call one of my candidates for Game of the Week. An NFC North showdown. The Detroit Lions going in to face the undefeated Minnesota Vikings. The Lions absolutely spanked the Dallas Cowboys. 47-9, put them in their place. The Vikings are coming off a bye, undefeated, and now they come back home to face a divisional foe. So which team do I think is going to come out victorious in the end? I believe that this is where Minnesota's winning streak comes to an end. The Lions are a strong, capable team. They can pull this off. You might think going against an undefeated Vikings team is the wrong move. But the Lions are my Super Bowl pick. I believe in them. I believe in the Lions in winning this game. So, I'm going to take the Detroit Lions in a close matchup. This game is going to be close. It's going to be really fun to watch. But in the end, the Lions will pull out the victory, and they will go to the top of the division. I believe whoever wins this game will be tied in regular records. Not so sure about the division, though. But they should at least be tied or take the lead. So, Lions will end up winning this game. It's going to be close, but the Lions will pull it out. Moving on, we got an NFC East matchup. We got the Philadelphia Eagles going in to face the New York Giants. The Eagles coming off a win against the Browns, a close matchup at that. And the Giants, only one touchdown against the Bengals, and they lost. So, who do I think is going to win in this NFC East affair? both teams have their struggles, but I think the Eagles are just barely better than the Giants. This game is going to be close. It's going to be ugly, but in the end, the Eagles will pull it out. The Giants could win this game, but I'm going to take the Eagles. And if the Eagles do lose this game, they will not hear the end of it. So, yeah, Eagles will take the W. They will win. And the Giants will fall to another loss. But who knows? The Giants could completely prove us wrong. But I'm going to take the Eagles regardless. Moving on, we got the Las Vegas Raiders going in to face the Los Angeles Rams. So, this is a West Coast showdown we got going down. The Raiders. Wow. You guys are pathetic. Just as I thought, you would get pounded by the Steelers. Not surprised in any sort of way that happened. And as for the Rams, they're coming off a bye. So, I think you probably already know who I'm picking to win this game. The Raiders just do not look good, especially now they lost Davante Adams, which I would say is their only really big star player. He's gone now. Who the heck do the Raiders have now? Nobody. Nobody when I can name off the top of my head. And as for the Rams, I mean, they are kind of injured and banged up, but I still think that they can pull this one out. I mean, it's the Raiders. They are not a good team. At least the Rams have a good head coach in Sean McVay, which I think is going to be the difference maker. Whoever has the better head coach is going to be the difference maker in this game. I think I also heard that Cooper Kupp might play in this game, but I don't think he's fully confirmed from what I've heard, but there is a chance that he could play this week. So if he does, I think it's a sure win for Los Angeles. But if he doesn't, I still think the Rams will win regardless. So I am going to take the Rams to beat the Raiders. Moving on, we got an NFC matchup. We got the Carolina Panthers going in to face the Washington Commanders. The Panthers are coming off a loss against the Falcons, and the Commanders a close loss against the Ravens. So, Panthers, you are about to get your butts whooped. I am not going to pick the Panthers. No way in heck. This Commanders team is too good to pick against in a game like this. They just lost. They're going to be angry, and they're going to be taking their anger out on the Panthers. Commanders might as well win this game by 50. But, yeah. Panthers are not that great. Commanders have been playing well. Commanders will end up winning. Moving on, we got a rematch of Super Bowl 58. The Kansas City Chiefs going in to face the San Francisco 49ers. The Chiefs are coming off a bye week. And the 49ers beat my Seahawks. I've already talked about it. I do not want to go any more of that game into detail. I've already talked about it. It's over. I'm over it. It's done. Who do I think is going to win this game? You know darn well who's going to win this game. This is a game where I wish both teams would lose and would just tie, because the Chiefs are the team I least want to see win the Super Bowl this season, and the Niners are our division rivals. So this is a game where I really hope for a tie. But if San Francisco loses and we win, that's good. But we have to sacrifice a Chiefs win. We have to sacrifice for a Chiefs win if that's the case. So, either way, it sucks. And the Chiefs will go to 6-0 when they really shouldn't be. I'm not gonna get into it. Chiefs will win, whatever. Moving on. Moving on, we got an AFC primetime showdown, Sunday Night Football. The New York Jets going in to face the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Jets coming off a loss against the Bills at home, and the Steelers absolutely whooped the Las Vegas Raiders. So which team do I think is going to get the win in the end? I feel like this is a game where the Steelers can win, but then again, this is another game they can lose because they're the Steelers and they're such an unpredictable team. But when you look at it, Jets haven't been that great. Well, the Steelers have somewhat been okay. I know the Jets did pick up Devontae Adams, but I don't know if that's really going to help them. They still got a lot of flaws. Well, meanwhile, the Steelers have a pretty good defense and a solid offense. So I'm going to take the Steelers on this one. The Steelers could lose this game. Again, they could lose, but I'm going to take them to win. So Steelers will beat the Jets. Moving on, we have my other candidate for game of the week, Monday Night Football, the main televised Monday night game this week. The Baltimore Ravens going in to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Ravens beat the Commanders in a close matchup, and Tampa Bay absolutely steamrolled the Saints. It was close at halftime, but oh my God, 51-24. Or was it 51-27? I can't remember. But it was one of those scores. The Bucs dropped a 50 bomb on the Saints last week. But this is going to be a good game. Both teams look incredibly good. Which team do I think is going to come out with the win? I'm going to take the Ravens. Once again, this is another game that could go either way. I mean, for one hand, this game could be really good. On the other hand, it could be exactly like the Bills game where the Ravens just run the Bucs over. It could happen. And right now, I still think it's too early to say that the Ravens will end up choking. I mean, they don't really choke until January. So the Ravens haven't fully expired yet. I still think they can win games right now. Like, I'm obviously not going to say they're going to win the Super Bowl. Everybody's saying that they are a Super Bowl contender. I'm just going to shoot it down and say no, because we all know what's going to happen. They hype this team up, and then they choke in the playoffs. It's happened every time. I am done trusting the Ravens. After that AFC Championship game, I am done trusting them. But for now, in the regular season, I can trust them to win games in the regular season. So it's going to be close. It's going to be a tough battle, but in the end, the Ravens will pull it off. Ravens will beat the Bucs. And last but not least, we have our second Monday night game. This is going to be an ESPN Plus exclusive, which means I will not be able to watch this game because I do not have ESPN Plus. It is the Los Angeles Chargers going in to face the Arizona Cardinals. The Chargers coming off a win against the Broncos, and the Cardinals went into Green Bay and they got cooked. They got cooked badly. 34-13 loss. So, do I think the Cardinals can bounce back this week, or do I think the Chargers keep the ball rolling? I'm going to take the Chargers to keep the ball rolling. I mean, the Cardinals could make this interesting, but we've just seen this Cardinals team just kind of be on and off this year. Like, they were on it in the first half. They were pretty good, and then they just kind of slumped. And it's kind of been like that for a while. So, yeah, I think this is a game where the Cardinals are probably going to lose, so they could win. Again, this could be another coin flip of a game, but in the end, I think it's going to be the Chargers getting the W in Arizona. The Chargers will win on this stream-exclusive game. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it. Those are my predictions for Week 7 of the NFL. Do you agree or disagree with my predictions? Let me know down in the comments below. Or at it, if you haven't, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. And also, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I am never calling it X, Elon. And I also have a DeviantArt page if you want to go check out some of the stuff on there. But anyways, that's pretty much going to do it. I'm going to get this all filmed and edited so you can watch it on time tomorrow. So, me and C-Star are signing out for now. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Go Hawks. Let's hope for a bounce back. Let's hope. Please.